Welcome to my channel. My name is Henrik on Henrik's TV. Trust politicians at your own peril. Politicians must not be trusted. There are people who like to speak too much, but then don't do what they say. Whenever you hear a politician promising you good things, don't believe it. Because politicians think like everything is possible. They think like because they're in government, things will be right. Even if politicians tell you that we have money and we are going to do this, don't believe. There are people who even don't know how to do things. They like to come to you as if everything is well. And they want morale from you. They want you to clap hands for them. And when you are doing that, they feel good. They keep on talking and talking. In this video, you are seeing politicians gathered and talking about developments of the city of Blantyre. But this is politics. They're doing politics. They're not doing development. They're promising people of Blantyre to give them beautiful lots. Where they are is in Manja. There is a construction of a road in Manja. A road which a very small stretch of road. But it has been so difficult for politicians to develop and upgrade that road. But now the road is under construction. They're putting tarmac on the road. That's a good thing. But it should not be political to develop Malawi. Malawi should stop doing politics with development. Development must be a national concern. We must develop the whole nation of Malawi without playing politics. This politics is not a nice thing. We cannot develop. You are hearing this politician is promising people of Bangwe, promising people of Chirobwe, promising people of Manja that they're going to have beautiful roads. But let me tell you, Malawi is big. Malawi is not only Bangwe. Blantyre is not only Chirobwe. Blantyre is big. Actually, we must make sure that whenever we are planning development for the city of Blantyre, it must be the whole Blantyre massively under construction. We need to develop the whole Blantyre. Road networks should be in the whole city, whole district of Blantyre. And when we are talking about development of Malawi, we must develop the whole nation of Malawi. Road networks should be built in the whole country of Malawi. That is development. But when we pick only a small part of Malawi to develop it and thinking like we are doing development, by doing so, that is not development. We are not developing as a nation. We must make sure, actually, if you can see this video, the one who is speaking is Richard Banda. Right? And those guys who are also big people watching looking at Chimwendo Banda, one is the mayor, another one is the deputy mayor. Actually, you know them, their faces are familiar. The other one is man. The other one is, I don't know, is it Ndipo, mayor of Blantyre? Right. But now, when Richard Banda was saying, Tigamani Bomandulumwe, mean to say, when we say that this is the only government we have, we are trying to, just to take that lightly. You could see them smiling. Actually, these mayors of Blantyre, they are smiling, kind of laughing at that sentiment of saying Boma and Romwe and touching their hands together. In kind of not in agreement with what Richard Banda was saying. All right, that's not what we are talking about. That is just a joke in the video. But when we say the whole nation of Malawi must develop. If we want to develop as the country, we must begin to do what we call national development, emphasizing on the of everywhere in the nation, not only thinking of developing small parts just to tell people as if things that are okay when things are not okay. You know, when you are hungry and you're just being given a very small portion of food, right? Say, hey, I'm telling you, you are hungry. You need to eat a lot so that the whole nation of Malawi is going through what I call lack of seriousness for development. We are not developing this nation. That's why I can come to Lilongwe, walk within a radius of maybe say 500 meters, radius of 1 kilometer. I see development. But when I begin to walk out just far away from the center of the city, within the same city, I begin to notice lack of development. It means we just don't develop like the whole nation, like we are serious about it. We kind of doing small development, which is not good. That's why even the nation's economy is very poor. Because the development investment, like infrastructure investments in Malawi, are just very minimal. It's just kind of dismal, dismayed kind of development. We need to embark on what is called massive developments. We must make sure that we are serious about development. Spending $4 billion for development of the whole nation of Malawi is not a problem. Actually, that's also small. Putting much money for development of Malawi, changing the whole infrastructure face of the nation of Malawi, first lifting Malawi's loading networks. Right? We need to build the whole nation of Malawi. Let me tell you, loading networks is the foundation of any development in the nation. If we want to have beautiful cities, beautiful towns, rich cities, rich areas in Malawi, loading network is very crucial. We must upgrade our loads in Malawi to the high standard. And it's not just only a load in the city center in Blantyre, business area, but it's about the whole Malawi, developing everywhere. The places where there is no development, to go there and begin to build loads there. That's the foundation of the development in any place in the world. So, as a country, we can be talking about politics because we're going to the election. But if it comes to Malawi's national development, let me tell you, politicians, stop playing politics about it. Stop doing politics about the development of the nation. It must be out of planning. It must be out of willingness so that we can develop this nation. You can't be talking about skyscrapers in the city center without Malawi having good load networks. Actually, I feel bad about Limbe. Like Limbe in Blantyre. It's bad. No, this place is bad for me. We need, if I was the president of Malawi, I'm telling you, I would have destroyed the whole Limbe. I would have put the whole Limbe down on the ground so that we can start over again, building from zero. Now building with modern infrastructure, not like what it is in Limbe this time around. You know, these people, Indians and the Chinese, they have got money, but they have got shops which are leaking, shops which are bad, shops which are too old. But they have got money. If government can begin to destroy those shops, I'm telling you, these Indians, these Chinese, these Pakistans, Pakistanis, all these people who have got shops in Limbe, I'm telling you, once they see the whole Limbe has been destroyed, they'll begin to build. They have got money. They'll begin to build again. And they'll build modern infrastructure. And the Limbe can become another Dubai. Because there is money in Limbe. There's a lot of money. So, destroy the whole Limbe. All right? What do you can do if you're a government? Tell the people in Limbe that you want to bring new roads in Limbe. No? Expressways. You want to develop expressways and start building roads in Limbe. So as you're building these expressways and the whole network, cross-section of road networks in Limbe, the whole area, the whole Limbe section, and actually even the whole Bangwe, the whole Sochi, the whole Chirobwe, the whole Blantyre, begin to build expressways so that Malawi should have a new face. So Limbe should be destroyed and people should be allocated in new places where they can begin to build shops in Limbe. The Limbe is big. There are areas in Limbe which are not inhabited because there is nobody else building there, right? So people can begin to build new Limbe there. The Limbe can become Dubai. You are going to see skyscrapers in Limbe. So what you can do is just to put expressways in the Limbe, motorways, flyovers, building interchanges in Limbe, beautiful roads networks, and these Indians are going to build buildings there. You can see that within 6 months, within a year, the whole Limbe is transforming. Going to see skyscrapers, buildings, shops, shopping malls there. We need shopping malls in Limbe. The whole Limbe, the whole places in Blantyre. We need beautiful roads, companies, new companies coming in. We can do that. It's just a matter of not doing politics, but it's a matter of knowing what to do as a nation. Government leaders, politicians, everybody else involved, mayors, and Malawians themselves. We have got the law to play to make sure that we build this nation to become a better nation. I'm telling you, it's not Tanzania who's going to build Malawi for us. It's not Kenya who is going to build Malawi for us. It's not South Africa which is going to build Malawi for us. We need to build Malawi by ourselves. We can do that. Malawi is beautiful. And the Malawians are hard-working people. But this thing of doing politics every day is not helping Malawi to develop. We cannot develop by politics. We cannot develop by just talking. We need to walk the talk. We need to do what is necessary. All right? Don't keep money for saying we want to keep this money in order for us to use it in 2028 so that we can do this and that. Let's start using the money right now because we need to develop as a nation. Don't just overlook this poverty, this thing of poverty in Africa, actually in Malawi. Because we are too poor, honestly. Don't be lied. Malawi is poor. And in Malawi, we just kind of nice people because we're accepting the poverty like it's something good, but we should deny it because we are such way of this life because of politicians. We are living in this way because of politicians. They have cornered us. They have taken us for granted. Then they continue to take us for granted. They don't want to give us what we want. They want us to continue to beg for help. They want us to continue waiting for them to come to our needs. Like they don't put systems in place for us to be helped out by the systems. So that's why Malawi is poor. Actually, it's only the head of state and all those cabinet ministers and the MPs who have got their lives taken care of by the government. They're enjoying the public services freely. They're able to do everything. They are here living a better life because they're politicians and they have access to the resources which belong to us as people, as Malawians. But we are denied of those services. We are not given better life. We are not taken care of seriously. And so we're poor. And this is not nice for me. So I'm saying this because of what politicians always do. They're good at talking. We don't want you to keep on talking. We want to see actions happening. And for me, it's sad, right? It's sad to see a politician coming to me and telling me that we are going to build a road. Don't come to me tell me you're going to build a road. Come to me and tell me we have built this road. Don't tell me of things that you haven't done. I can't trust politicians. I don't believe whatever you're saying is going to happen. Politicians, you love talking too much. In our country, we don't want to be keeping on talking. We want to see things happening. We want to see development everywhere. We want the whole nation to trust. Actually, we need to invest much on infrastructure developments in the nation. And this should be not something that has got a political, it should not be done by politics. It should be done by, because we need to develop. Because we are really looking for development. Not because we want politicians to decide that we want to have development here. Politics should not be involved in the national development. Politicians cannot develop the nation. They prefer to develop. It's not politics. Go to countries where development is high. It's not because of politics. Politics is not important there. That's why even president is not respected in the countries where there is development. Countries where there is high development, they're not doing politics. If you're going to China, you're not going to see politics. It's not the politics that we're doing here, which Chinese are doing. They're already over that. They stopped doing politics a long time ago. Now they're doing national development. You cannot pray in China. You cannot take lives of people for granted. You're stealing as a politician, you're going to be killed in China. Right? People don't steal. People are serious, working very hard to develop. Russia, the same thing. You're not going to see there people doing politics like America does. Russia is not doing that. Russia is busy developing lives of the people to make sure that people have a better life. Right? In America, they have already done development. Now they're doing politics because they have already done development. Because America developed a long time ago. And by the time America was developing, it was not out of democracy. They were so much more doing development, putting the interests of the people in the first place, taking that as a priority. That's why America is highly developed now. And after they have developed, now they introduced democracy, which is now helping to do whatever they want to do just to attack one another there. And they're destroying the whole development which they built a long time ago because of politics in America. And the politics they're doing, they want to control the whole world. But it's not working for them. That's why even Chinese is waking up now. And they're afraid of China. Russia is already afraid. America is already afraid of Russia. They can't start with Russia. They can't start war with Russia. All right? Because Russia doesn't do politics. All right? China doesn't do politics. North Korea doesn't do politics. In Malawi, we're doing politics. We're poor. We need to start developing this nation by not doing politics. I know politics is important for us to govern, but doing politics while we are in government is not working. Do elections, and after you've won in government, stop doing politics. Keep on developing the rest of people. And actually, if the people that are saying that you're developing, you're doing good thing, they're going to want you to continue to rule. Look at Burkina Faso. They're not doing politics there. They said, no, enough is enough with politics. That's why they ousted that president who was there in Burkina Faso. Now the military leader is controlling the government. And he's not doing politics. He's doing serious business. He's saying we want to develop Burkina Faso. Enough is enough with politics. Enough with politics. Now let's develop our country. They're building lots. They're taking control of gold mines, controlling every resource in Burkina Faso. And Burkina Faso is now developing very fast. They're putting up new plants, manufacturing plants, owned by Burkinas, we call Burkinabes, like people from Burkina. They're owning companies. In Malawi, we're still doing politics. We've got minerals today. And the saddest thing about our minerals is that we are asking investors to come to set up mines in Malawi. And they're going to take the whole mine resources from Malawi. We're going to be left with nothing. Because we are not taking control of our resources. We're still doing politics. We think politics can develop this nation. 4 years already has passed doing politics. Nothing has happened in this nation. You can agree with me, even the president and the whole government has been trying to develop, but because of politics, they have failed to develop this nation. They had good plans, they have got good ideas, but they start doing politics. And today, look where Malawi is. It's a sad thing. It's a sad reality. Malawi is not well now. So stop doing politics. Let's work hard to develop our nation by making sure that we are developing this nation because we want it to develop, not because we want to do politics. We were serious to develop our nation because we love our nation. We want every Malawian to have better life. Not only people from Chilobwe, not only people from Manja, not only people from Bangwe. No, The whole Malawi must develop. And if we're developing Blantyre, we must develop everywhere in Blantyre. And actually, I've already said that the loading network is very crucial for the development of a nation. So when we're doing loading networks, not just do this feeder laws. We're talking about expressways. So expressway can take the whole Blantyre. Expressway can take the whole Blantyre. All right? We build the expressway, the whole Blantyre. Right? So that's what we should be doing. The whole Blantyre doing the expressway, so that Malawi should have good roads. And if we're doing that, we're going to have companies everywhere. We're going to have beautiful things everywhere in Malawi because we have got a good loading network. Not like what we are doing. This is not helping this nation. Right? I can only see a bypass in Manja, a bypass in Chinyonga. I see the bypass in Kanjeza. Just one and very small in Chimwendo. I see Queen Elizabeth bypass. But this is not enough. Can you stop doing this? Just start building expressways, I'm telling you. Why are you afraid of doing expressways in Malawi? You're busy doing, we only have a highway, that's small highway in Blantyre, from Blantyre to Limbi. Now, I'm talking about the whole Blantyre, have a expressway, very modern load, beautiful loads going, the loads that can be staying on each other, because loads must be staying on each other, and taking the whole area of the Blantyre district and Blantyre city center, building it to look massive and new, transforming Malawi, because Malawi is very small, and we've been hearing about Malawi saying that Malawi is very small, and we're failing to build loads in a small country like Malawi. We just have very small loads. Actually, tell me, how many kilometers do we have about the road networks in Malawi? Do we have 3,000 kilometers, 4,000 kilometers of road networks in Malawi? But if that is so, that's small then. We need even to have 10,000 kilometers of road networks in Malawi, 20,000 kilometers of road networks in Malawi to build and transform the whole nation of Malawi. We want to make Malawi to look new. It's possible. I've been seeing the M1 is being upgraded, and I want that to be more. Not like just saying we have $100 million and we want to do upgrade M1 road in Malawi. But we need the whole Malawi to develop, guys. What are we doing? Don't we have like people who can work to transform this nation of Malawi? Let's all work together. Embark on changing the face of Malawi as we are trying to develop it. All Malawians should be involved in changing this nation. We can do that, and the government should provide us with these resources so that we should start developing our nation, and we can develop. It's very good to do that. This is our country. They've been saying that if Malawi does not develop now, there's nobody else who's going to develop this nation. We have got the responsibility as people of Malawi to develop our country. This poverty which we are having, it's because we are not interested in developing this nation. We are interested in doing politics. And this is not helping this nation to develop. Because I've already been saying that politics cannot develop any nation in the world. Because politics, you're just going to be arguing with each other. When somebody comes up with a plan, somebody will come and say this is not a good plan. Because that's what politics does. Politics gives you freedom and rights to express something in the interests of people, and somebody will also come with a right and saying this is infringing the rights of other people in the nation. So you are going to be fighting with one another, going to court, disturbing the whole development in the nation because of the politics. But as we stop doing politics and we say now we want to start developing our nation, we want to do it in a different way, I'm telling you there's not going to be to go to court to stop a development, because you have decided as a nation we want to develop. So what you will be doing is busy developing the nation, changing everywhere, building the lives of the people, making sure that people have got better life. That's what we should be doing in our nation. We can do this. I don't think like we have got more years to come to start this thing if we don't do it right now. And if we stop, if we cannot do it right now, I don't think like we can do it in 2063. And we are having dreams of saying we not want to have a highly developed Africa by the year of 2063. And the way African development pace is right now, I don't think like that is true. We can't have the developed Africa by 2063 if we don't start developing now. Because it's not about talking only. It's not even about having vision. Vision must also be working hand in hand with the actions. We must see the actions. Not saying like that we will be literally be there in 2063 while us having been developed if we are not developing right now. if we are not serious about developing Malawi, we need to start these things, guys. We cannot just be talking about it. Malawi's development goals, 2063 development goals, Malawi's agendas of 2063 to develop, to have smart cities, to have smart roads, to have smart education, to have smart banking system, to have everything smart, everything digital. No, we need to start right now. What are we doing with Blantyre City Center? What are we doing for the people of Malawi? What are we doing for Lilongwe? What are we doing for Zunzu? What are we doing with the whole nation of Malawi? And we have got the resources. Resources, the minerals we have can develop Malawi. It's not about the money that we borrow from people or the aid we receive from the European Union. It's our resources. We have to develop out of the resources we have. And we have money as a country. The money we are having, let us utilize it. I heard about Kabambe has got the dream of developing the whole nation of Malawi with his own idea. He has the plan of saying that every district council in Malawi will be receiving 100 billion every year so that we can develop, have smart cities, have, whatever we want in any district. Is going to do that if he is voted as a leader. I think that's a good idea, but we are talking about with the government in power now. What are you doing so that we can develop the whole Malawi? What plans do you have? Because you need to know that as you're in government, you've got the money, you've got the capacity, you've got the resources. Start developing this nation. Involve my whole Malawians to be part and parcel of the development agenda of Malawi. And we must start now. And it must be accountable, transparent project. Not only just talking about it, but every day we must live what we are talking about. That's how we can develop our nation. Stop talking too much, you politicians. We need to see developing this nation. We are tired of being beggars as Malawians. We can develop. I believe every Malawian can be a very important person to change our nation, to build the nation we want, to build the economy we want, to take poverty out of us so that we can start seeing prosperity in our nation. Lives can be better. We can stop begging. Places which are idle, there's nothing happening there. We can start investing in those places. Investing with agriculture, investing in mining by ourselves. Industrializing the whole nation of Malawi. We're doing that ourselves as a country. That's how we can develop. We've got people who are just doing nothing, and some of people are outside Malawi. We can begin to ask them to come back to Malawi to work together with us here, with the people who are already here, so that we can develop our nation. We should do it because we want to change our nation, so that by the year of 2045, 2030, 2060, 20, just giving each other, just giving ourselves 10 years to see the whole nation of Malawi getting transformed within that period of 10 years. It is possible. I don't think like that is impossible. We just need to know that that's how we can develop, working hard together as Malawians and changing this nation according to ourselves, not according to somebody who wants us to devalue Kwaja first so that we can develop. No, that's not how we are going to develop Malawi. Not because what the bank has told us to privatize the companies. No. You know what happened with Bakiri Munuz? He was told to sell all companies of the government, companies of the public companies. And he sold all public companies. And today, government of Malawi is poor, is broke, has no money, and it doesn't know what to do. And the government is there not doing anything. It is just there doing politics. We're not developing. If you have no any hand in the development of Malawi, because you have been ripped off, you have been stricken off of the power to govern and develop Malawi because of the instruction from the World Bank or the International Monetary Fund, then there's nothing that you're doing. You're not helping. So let's develop this nation because we love it. Ourselves, as Malawians, we can do it. And we have to start it right now. There's no way we should be waiting for 2063. Our friends are developing. Actually, what is being done by Bushiri in Mangoji was being done by government. I think Malawi would have been developed already. Because if an individual is able to develop a certain area to transform it into a city, how much more can government do? Just as an example, but there are more Malawians who are developing. There are people who are building nice buildings in Lilongwe. As individuals, in Blantyre, as individuals, we are seeing that doing that. These Indians, they have got money. It's only that they are not interested to invest their money in Malawi, like 100% investment. But they wanted to keep dollars. They keep money, hard cash, so that they can buy other companies outside the country and also even go back to their country after they have developed. But they have got money that if they can be involved in transforming this nation and building the nation the way we want as Malawians, because they would like to be part and parcel of the development in this nation, we can greatly develop. So government, you're even more than Indians. You are even more than any investor coming to Malawi, because government is very powerful and has good money. And so if government, you are not able to plan properly how we can transform Malawi, not giving yourself 10 years period of plan of development the whole nation of Malawi, then there is nothing that you are doing. You have no anything that you can bring to the nation is development. So let's work together to develop this nation. It is possible. We can develop Malawi. Thank you for watching this video. I would like to ask you to subscribe my channel and like my videos, and do not forget to click the notification button for more videos, because I'll be coming to you with more videos so that we should be discussing about what we should do in Malawi so that we can develop. Let's talk, let's speak, let's expose, and let's instruct and let's advise one another so that we can develop. Thank you for watching, and thank you for watching more of my videos that I'm uploading on this channel. Thank you. Bye.